Hey, happy post-Thanksgiving. We only have a couple more days in November left, and then we're in December. Kind of crazy. I already feel like it's December for some reason. But no, there's a couple more days. And with that, just thank you. The video I dropped on, I guess it was Friday. Today's Saturday. I guess it was yesterday. Y'all really dug that, so that was cool. I shared a little more detail about some certain things in my training. Seemed like you guys are super happy with that and enjoyed seeing that. So again, I'm gonna try to hit on some things that viewers wanted to see in this episode. So let's go from there. Anyways, I want to talk about one thing. I've been dropping my Whoop stats on the screen, as you can see here. And I just want to talk a little bit about that really quick, because some people might be like, well, I don't fully understand what a recovery score is and all the different things. So you can see today, I got 9.5 hours of sleep. I was tired yesterday. Thanksgiving Day was a long day, and then I didn't get to bed till late. So I went to bed early last night, and I slept a solid 9.5 hours. It was pretty impressive, actually. I had almost 3 hours of deep sleep and like 2.5 hours of REM sleep. And yeah, it was crazy. But the recovery score for Whoop is kind of based off of a couple different metrics. It's based off of your respiratory rate. It's based off of blood oxygen, your resting heart rate, your HRV, and also kind of your skin temperature. And then how much sleep you got is also factored into that. So today with a Whoop score of 81%, my resting heart rate is 44, which is right now it's been kind of baseline. I had COVID and like, I don't know if I had in September or not, but it's kind of moved, it's changed things a little bit. So my baseline's finally starting to come down and get more normal. My HRV's 106 today. That's kind of where it's been floating. Usually my resting heart rate's like 40 and my HRV is like 120 to 140. So things are just kind of just not fully back to normal yet. It says blood oxidation is like 96%, but that's based off of the Whoop sensor being on your skin right here. If I use my finger, like when I go to the doctor's office or something like that, it's always like 99 or 100%. Respiratory rate is 15.9, which is actually pretty good for me. I have when I'm sick, it's like 17, 18. So low 16s or even in the 15s is usually normal for me. And then skin temperature is about the same of what it's always been. It doesn't actually give me a skin temperature, but it will tell me, if it's changed from my regular. But that's, just kind of the overall stats with Whoop. Even if I have like a recovery score that's kind of trash for the day, that's really bad, I still carry on with the training I'm doing, because there's a reason why things are structured the way they're structured. There's some days when it's made for me to overreach and days for me not to overreach. So sometimes when my recovery score is bad and I'm overreaching that day, I'm still going to overreach because adaptations come from that. So all good things. This last week I've pretty much been in the green the whole entire time, which is kind of cool. But it also tells me that things are starting to get more back into a rhythm. My body's starting to settle back into the more normal that it used to be. Aside from that, hey, got a new coffee today. Yeah, I talked to you guys. I told you, we use Drink Trade. This is like their wrapping. Anyways, Drink Trade. Yeah, for the coffee maker over there. So I'm kind of excited for this one. Don't really know where it's from yet. We'll have to look into it. But yeah, outside of that, training's going good. Good week so far. I haven't talked about weight a lot, so let's chat about weight really quick. It's something that I'm currently working on. I'm not necessarily cutting calories. I am planning my calories according to my training, meaning I am doing the carbs around training, during training, things like that, and then trying to do more protein outside of training. So for breakfast, I do a decent carb breakfast. Obviously on my rides, I'm carbing up, and then post rides, that's when I get in the most amount of my carbs. And then in the evenings, I try to slow down on my carbs. But I'm also trying to keep a relatively healthy balance when it comes to like not overeating. Man, I just love to eat, and sometimes I will eat the wrong things. Like sweets are a downside. I eat so many sweets. Well, I don't right now, but when I do, you can tell. So when I started the off season, I weighed 155. It's been, what, 7 weeks now? So as of 7 weeks, I'm now down to about 52 and a half. It's kind of where I'm at. I don't really rely on the body weight or the body fat from the scale. I mean, it's been saying I've been like 9 to 10%, even though I've been losing weight. So obviously my body fat's higher than that. I want to say it's probably around 13%. But as I continue to progress through this off season, you know, hopefully that'll just continues to trend down and melt off like it's been. I'm not really like forcing a calorie deficit, like I said. But on rides, I'm also fueling specifically for them. Endurance rides, I'm doing more of the 40 grams an hour on tempo days. I'm doing 40 grams outside of the tempo portion. When I'm doing tempo, I'm doing more like 60 to 80 grams. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So today's ride, it's gonna be a cold one. It's very chilly outside. Let me look at the temperature really quick. I believe it's like, I don't know, 31 degrees outside, but it feels like 26 degrees. So that is cold. And I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna ride outside and just brave the cold weather, or if I'm going to ride Zwift. What's 34 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? So it's 1 degree Celsius. Awesome. That's our temperature today. For y'all that don't know Fahrenheit, is we're doing 1 degree Celsius. I wanted to just kind of show how I layer up for that. So the bib or the tights that I'm wearing, the tights are Castelli. Honestly, our team's sponsored by Santini. This next year we're going with ASOS, all good stuff. We just don't have like full-blown winter team gear. I found honestly that Castelli has some really good winter gear. So the tights, I can't remember what they're called, but they're made for like cold weather. Like they're windproof on the knees. They're just solid. They're really good for cold weather. I tried them yesterday. It wasn't like crazy cold yesterday, but I tried them and they felt really good. Now, so those will keep me warm. They're rated for like 24 degrees Fahrenheit to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And today is obviously going to be in 1 degree Celsius or 34 degrees. So I layer up with that. I have wool socks on. They actually have little Christmas trees on them. They're like by Zwift. I think they make the best wool socks. And then outside of that, I'm going with the Castelli Flanders base layer. They're super warm. They're super soft. So many good things about them. And then for my final layer for the day, I'm going with, this is probably the best jacket I've ever owned. The Castelli Rosa Corsa. I think it's the Rosa Corsa 2 jacket or whatever. I don't think they make it anymore. I think they changed it to whatever they came out with this year. But love this jacket. It's relatively windproof. It's water resistant. It's not full on waterproof, but if it starts to rain or something, it will repel water. Seams are taped up. It's got a nice high collar on the back. The thing I like about it is it has like this vest that's part of the jacket where you can zip it up and have extra insulation, or if you get hot, you can unzip the vest, or you can just unzip the jacket and it opens, but you still have this like nice insulation. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this jacket. And then obviously I got my little, obviously not everyone has one, but I got my little neck garter. Love that. Kind of keeps the neck kind of cool. And then lastly, I have these gloves. They're not very thick. They're super thin, but they're kind of made for like 50-degree weather. They're windproof a little bit. So I'm gonna wear these. And then I also have another pair that are just as thin that are made for like 40 to 50 degrees, that are also water resistant and more windproof, that I'll put over these. I'm gonna go that route today. I think I'm gonna go 2 pairs of gloves because I got cameras and stuff and I want to use them. So I don't want to go with my super thick winter gloves. But these tend to work pretty good when I layer them together. And then yeah, I got like a little ear thingy to go over my ears so they don't like, you know, freeze and fall off. But that is, don't laugh at me, wifey. Jeez. She's like watching me and like laughing at me and making faces. And yeah, that's how I'm layering today. Let's see if it works. Ooh, it's a bit chilly, but I think I layered up nicely. So let's see how the overall day goes. Anyways, today's workout, forgot to mention what it was. It's basically what I did on Tuesday, except the tempo at the end is gonna be 10 minutes longer. So Tuesday I did the wind up tractor pulls, like 0 to 90 RPM as quick as possible from a standing still start in a 53:13. And then after I do 5 of those as like activation, I'm going to move into zone 2 for about 1 hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours. And then the last 40 minutes of the ride, I'm gonna ride tempo. Probably like 270 to 280. And then I'm also gonna target like a 75 cadence. That's today's ride. About just over 3 hours. So the way I'm gonna be fueling again is 40 grams in the first hour, 40 grams of carbs the second hour, and then I will do 80 grams of carbs for the last hour 15, and it should be good. But yeah, let's get at it. Windups are tough with it being so cold. Like, my legs are kind of, they're not restricted, but you know, wearing thicker tights for colder weather makes it a little hard. So I had to go down a gear. I had to go like 53:14, and then even then, like, I mean, it's not about the power of that part of the workout. It's just about 0 to 90 as quick as possible, but my peak power was only like 950. Just tell. Usually I'm able to do like over 1,000 on those and hold more in the 8-9 range. But being cold, it's like I was just slower to wind up. And again, these tights. Anyways, those went good though. Knocked all 5 out. Now, just kind of cruising at 220, 230 for the next hour and a half before I start my final 40-minute tempo. That was a good tempo for 40 minutes. Joe went, gosh, got in a zone. It's doing, shoot, I was like, I don't know, 295 for a bit. Then I was 300. And then I was about 305 for the last, brought it up to that average and just held it for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes. Like, I'm kind of shocked that I went and did that good. So 305 watts tempo for 40 minutes. It's a little bit on the high side, but gosh, I felt so comfortable. Felt so good. So, you know, if you watched my 20-minute power video, I talked about how I got stomach issues. Dude, the first, got about 7-8 minutes in, I started to get the stomach issues again. And it was weird though, cause like my power was building, the legs felt amazing. My stomach though, started burping a bit and it kind of started to go down. And then it was the weirdest thing. Like with 20 minutes to go, even though I started pushing harder, after a few burps and then like throwing back some drink mix into my stomach, all of a sudden it went away. And I felt normal. Then I was like, holy crap, here we go. I'm about to wreck this tempo. And then I just settled in and just smashed. So, I don't know, man, it's super weird. But yeah, another day done. It was a cold one. It's about 38 degrees right now. Maybe that's like 2 Celsius, 3 Celsius. Get home. Quick drink mix, recovery mix, and then taking a semi-long hot shower. All right, Sunday, here we are. I will be honest, it was a struggle today. I was not motivated to get out of bed, kind of slept in a little bit. Anyways, today we're gonna be Zwifting. Is what it is. Don't really have a whole lot I can do about that. It's supposed to rain outside today. It's kind of cold. So, yeah, it's my Zwift room. Anyways, I have a almost 4.5 hour ride on tap. And like I said, it's supposed to rain a little bit later. So I'm gonna have to Zwift. We are going to live stream. That's gonna be cool. 4 hours on the trainer was brutal. Yeah, all is done, all is done. Another solid week of training in the books. Today is now, I didn't show you the rest of my post-ride stuff, but today is now Monday. So yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to as we end this video and we wrap it up, I want to talk super quick about my fitness, where it's at, where it's currently going. It's been a little bit of a while since I've updated that. So coming off this week, my fitness is as of yesterday, ended the week, first week back into the build after doing a rest week, and my fitness or CTL is up to 97, and then my form is -16, and then my overall fatigue is like 124. So going into this week, I should build probably around, finish this next week, maybe 103 fitness wise, and then at the end of the next block or the next week after that to end the 3-week block should be probably around 108 fitness wise. So good little build, good little ramp rate of like 5 to 6. Had a good meeting with my coach this morning. We were talking about stuff. The tempo has been going really good for me. It's not that it's easy, but like my fitness is a little bit further along than we not that we expected. It's just all good things. So we're gonna start adding a little more time at tempo this next week, and we're just this block we're kind of like testing the waters on where to push tempo, and then we'll start really ramping it from there in the next block. So anyways, that's kind of it. But yeah, it's been good. It was a good week. Thanks for watching again. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. That's huge. If it's your first time here, hey, feel free to subscribe for more stuff. Outside of that, leave me comments. Love reading those. They're awesome. Y'all have really good questions, really good advice, different things like that. So do that as well. Yeah. As always, keep riding, training hard, and I'll see you guys on the next one.